Square Enix. I don't know about them, but let's run through this article where we've got a couple of articles to go on about. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So supposedly it is sold around 2 million copies, guys. PS5 player data suggests. And supposedly it's behind Final Fantasy VII Remake and 16. And before, obviously, well, let's read it and then we'll talk, because I just think it's like, I don't get what they think. What they should, I don't know what they think the record should be, because like for myself who loves the franchise, I only just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake and I'm waiting till I platinum it, and then when I've got more time, when we get Stellar Blade out of the way, stuff like that, plus prices, do they expect everyone to just buy them? I haven't bought it yet, but I will, and I can't wait, but I haven't bought it and I'm going to be a massive fan. But anyway, let's give this a read. Unless a game is breaking records, it's quite rare that we get direct sales from publishers, and Square Enix in particular is somewhat notorious for this. Nothing ever succeeds. Interesting parties usually have a little choice, but to try and determine commercial success through other means. One way to do this is player tracking data. Okay, cool. So, Square Enix has yet to provide any concrete information on how well Rebirth has sold, but PS5 daily active users suggest that it surpassed 2 million copies since its launch on the 29th of Feb. So it's nearly been a couple of months. So how does it compare to the other big budget Final Fantasy games? For Final Fantasy VII Remake, that sold around 3.5 million sales in 3 days. Now, obviously, that would do. Lovely. Obviously, that would do better because it's a remake from the original that a lot of older fans would love. Plus, it's different. I feel like the sequel to something. First of all, we know there's going to be 3 games. So I even seen online a lot of people like to wait till the whole trilogy is out and then they play the games. A lot of people suggested that. Someone like myself who actually never played Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm only getting into gaming. So I'm going to wait until, you know, obviously something called money, Square Enix. Not everyone can spend their money on £70, $70 games. I'm just saying. There's loads of other games, cheaper games. Final Fantasy is great, especially Teeth in a Bait. Well, I'm going to go buy it now. So how does this compare? Yeah, so meanwhile, Final Fantasy 16, which had Square Enix sending mixed messages, sold 3 million at launch. Wow, so it's even doing worse than Final Fantasy 16, which I absolutely love that game. Need to get back to it. Yeah, I do need to get back to it. So, well, you know, oh, this one moves 3 in 3 days. Oh, that's the 7 remake. Yeah, that's basically what we're listening to now. So it's just weird because I don't know what they expect, and they're underperforming. Like, this will sell. I assume this is gonna sell. Like, this is going to continue to do well as people go on. Like for myself, like who hasn't, you know, who's just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. A lot of people might see this game, but, oh, I haven't played 7 Remake. Let me play that first. And then, do you know what I mean? They're probably still playing it. So let's see what you guys think. So criticism of the game is some of the missions seem like side quests and kind of boring, but are required to continue. So it's a shame. Well, I know a lot of people did say about some of the even side missions seemed a little bit boring, but other than that, it was amazing. Despite hype, analysts say Final Fantasy is underperforming. It's about selling half of what remake. But that's the remake, though. So, yeah, we've just gone through this. This is something we've already gone. How's it underperforming? Care to explain? It's selling about half of what remake sold in the same time frame, and looks like it will have a weaker tail. To be honest, though, it's a lot. 7 Remake was on PS4. 7 Rebirth is not on. Why does that tick come up? I can't wait to dive into that flipping game when at 7 Rebirth. But again, I haven't even bought it. So Square Enix, if you're watching this, which they're not, well, they might be. They sponsored the video once. If you are, I'm going to buy it. I just need to save a bit of money before I buy it. You know what I mean? I want to platinum your 7 Remake.